The way that you approach an inspection, and we've been talking about internal water sources like plumbing, HVAC systems, things like that. Is the inspection process any different for an external water source versus something that's, say, inside of the house?
Well, yes and no. Um, I think the process is always the same. You're trying to be attentive to what you see, and you're trying to take what you have been told by whoever is concerned about it, and you're thinking all the time, what could be wrong here? Now, from experience and training, you have a list in your head of what could possibly be wrong, and so you start looking. You always want to look at plumbing, even if it's a remote possibility. You have to look at it, right? So if you have water in a crawl space and you're wondering why the water is there, you're going to look at any plumbing that is exposed and make sure there is or is not a leak. You have to do that. But the same thing goes for if you're looking for water in the ceiling of a house on its second floor. It's not a crawl space, you're on the second floor, but you're still going to make sure there's no plumbing up there. Now, I know people are going to say, Rich, who's going to put plumbing in their attic? Well, if you live in Texas, you'll have plumbing in your attic, okay? So you always have to look for things that are obvious that might be covered. Plumbing is one of them. Now, if you suspect groundwater getting into a house, a basement, or even the siding at a where the grade is too high in the back of a house, you're certainly going to still look for plumbing, but you're also going to study very hard that side of the house where you think the water is getting in. And so the process is the same. You're looking, you're developing hypotheses of what it could be, and you're checking them out, finding evidence that supports it or does not support it. But what you look at changes based upon the nature of the problem. And let me just say that that's one of the most important things in any project is to first define the problem. What is it, Mr. Client, that you really want me to to find out for you? You know, what subjects do I need to cover so that you can adequately adjust this claim? And many of our clients, they have a certain view of what they're looking at, and so they'll give us a scope of work, and we look at that and we will ask probing questions, trying to broaden that and make sure that we really are asking what they need to know. I mean, that's part of our effort to help our client do better for their clients.